Hey, welcome everyone. This is another episode of Council Chat. I am Mayor Kel Palguda, and as you can see, we are on location as we were last time. And we have a little similarity. Last time we were at CASA, and this time we are also at a CASA, but it's for Yavapai County CASA for Kids. And I have the Executive Director, Charlie, here. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and we're just going to chit-chat about what's going on here in Prescott Valley over on Bob Drive for the kids in our community. So welcome, sir.
Well, thank you. Charlie Tardibuono, Executive Director, Yavapai CASA for Kids Foundation. And I've been here for about 6 months as the Executive Director.
So let's just let our viewers know, because I know a lot of people don't know exactly where we are or what exactly goes on or what goes on with the Yavapai or CASA for Kids.
Sure. So Yavapai CASA for Kids Foundation is a support organization for the juvenile court's CASA program.
Okay.
So court-appointed special advocates.
Gotcha.
So we provide support services to families and children in the foster care system primarily. And we work closely, like I said, with the courts system. And we have, this facility is designed to facilitate supervised visits.
Okay.
So when children are taken from their families for a variety of reasons, this center has been set up so that the court-appointed special advocates and other case aides can bring the foster children here to meet with the biological families.
Gotcha.
So this is specifically designed to provide a safe, comfortable environment for them to have.
More of a controlled environment that,
right,
as opposed to meeting at a park or things like that, correct?
Right. So there's privacy.
Gotcha.
You can see the center is designed specifically with certain colors.
Yes.
We have 4 age-appropriate rooms. We have an infant room with a crib and all the things a family would need to take care of their babies.
Sure.
A toddler room and space that's designed to meet their needs, grade school, and then a high school room as well.
And now the building isn't new itself structurally,
No.
but what you guys have done inside is all brand new and renovated, and I'm sure you're going to be able to see some pictures of what you've actually accomplished here, which is terrific.
Yeah, well, thank you. We're really proud of this space, and we are excited for the community. For us, the most important thing is having an environment where families can heal.
Sure.
With the ultimate goal of restoration.
Yes, because it's obviously a stressful situation for everybody involved, and you're just trying to help people work through that problem.
That's right.
So that's good.
Yeah, and in this setting right here, it's conducive for people just to relax. But it is supervised, so we do have the CASAs here, so that is an important element of it all.
So how many employees? How many? What's the breakdown there? What do we have?
Well, we have a small staff.
Yes.
So we have 6 employees altogether.
Gotcha.
Right.
And basically, this isn't something that citizens volunteer to come to. This is something that is obviously they're put in a certain position involving their children or other children.
Right. So for the actual management of the center, it's not volunteer.
Gotcha.
It is a private event, if you will. Our staff don't even intervene. Our staff are here to facilitate, scheduling, getting the folks into the room. But once they're in here, the CASA manages the visit, and we don't come into the room at all.
Gotcha.
There is opportunity for volunteers in other areas, such as events that we plan.
Sure.
We're actually, an example is we're building out our outdoor area as a play set and a pergola, nice place for an outdoor.
Sure.
It's a nice outdoor setting. And so we've had volunteers come in and actually set up that area for us.
Gotcha. And tell our viewers, where exactly are we? What's the address? And
Well, Prescott Valley. So this is 3281 Bob Drive.
Right.
And it is, I think it's a convenient location.
I think so. And for those that aren't familiar where Bob Drive is, we're directly right now across the street from Engine 53, the fire department.
That's correct, yeah.
So that's good. And actually, it's interesting. This building is where I was first hired as a police officer back at the time it was 1998. This was the town hall.
The town hall, that's right.
When I first started. So it's
different,
crazy.
Isn't it?
It is way different. And across the parking lot was the library. So it was kind of interesting. This was like the town center at one point. So When people want to look things up about what goes on here, is there a Facebook page? Is there a website? What do they have?
Yeah, we have a website, Yavapai CASA
Okay. And they can look that up and they can see exactly what goes on here. And
Right.
I'm sure there's volunteer. If someone wants to just help out or maybe make donations, is that possible? Is that something?
Yes, that's all on our website. It also describes the 9 programs that we have in place that go beyond just the center.
Gotcha.
So we have actual programs to help kids in transition to adulthood as they age out of the center, out of the foster care system.
Sure.
We have what's called a toy chest where CASAs can get toys during the year to celebrate birthdays and so on. And there's several others.
And that's awesome. It's just providing the resources when, if this was 20, 30 years ago, they wouldn't be around, correct? Is
Right.
that safe to say?
Yes, oh yes.
Tell people how you got to here. Like, how did you've been on board for 6 months.
Oh.
What brought you here to this?
Well, I was an executive in international management for quite a long time, and I lived up here for 16 years.
Sure.
Commuted to the Valley quite a bit of that. And with all the international travel and stuff, it just became a little too much.
Sure.
But I wanted to stay serving the community, so I looked for opportunities, and this came up, and it's a perfect fit for me. I love the work, and I love what we're doing.
No, I think what you're doing here is amazing. It just the transformation of this space is awesome compared to what it was.
And if I may, that is all board. You know, there's several members of our board who actually made this happen.
Gotcha.
They did the design work. You'll see it's just beautiful, the way they've set it up. And,
absolutely.
And I'm kind of after the fact, but I'm enjoying the fruit of their labor.
You are, yeah. They kind of laid the foundation and you're coming in here. One of the things I just want to touch on before we go is the toy chest. You called it a toy chest. And in fact, it's a room with toys where foster parents can come if they have someone that has a child that's going to have a birthday. Is that how it works, or something?
Right.
Explain that a little bit.
Well, we have shoes, we have diapers, we have toys, and it's just they basically make a request for to support the foster child.
Right.
And they come into the center and pick it up.
And I'm not sure what the number is, but I know it's very nominal. If a foster parent has a child, they are given basically an allowance for clothing or something like that, correct?
There's a minimal amount from the state to support these children. In terms of clothes, for instance, I think that's like $150 a year.
For the whole year.
So we fill in the gap with our supplemental clothing program. We have several other programs that are designed to help meet those needs and make this time of separation as painless as they can. I mean, it's pretty traumatic, as you can imagine.
Absolutely.
So our programs are designed to help alleviate that.
I think what you just said there, that time of separation, that's just it's important, because the whole goal is to reunite children with their parents.
It is. That's our greatest desire.
Yeah.
And actually, I would say prevention is our greatest desire.
Sure.
But if they're in this situation, restoration is the goal.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And sir, I just want to thank you for just allowing us in here and letting us look around and see what you guys have to offer. So.
Well, thank you. I think it's a privilege you guys are here, and the more people know about this, the better. So thank you very much.
No, absolutely. And you want to intro the person that will be coming in next for us?
Sure. Well, thank you.
Who will that be?
So Barbara Moss is the director of programming here at the center, and she oversees all of these 9 programs that we've mentioned. So she'll kind of get a little more detail for us.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll be speaking to Barbara. So again, sir, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, here we are with Barbara.
Yep.
Is it Barbara?
You can call me Barb.
Barb.
Yeah.
My mom's name is Barbara. It's kind of interesting.
So was my great-grandmother's.
I like it. So
Yeah.
why don't you explain, I know we had a little intro about you, but tell our viewers what we got going on.
Yeah, so first I just want to thank you so much for coming in today. We're so privileged to have you here. Right now, I am actually in AmeriCorps Vista here in Prescott Valley, but I will be transitioning into the Director of Programming and Development here at Yavapai CASA for Kids Foundation. So
Gotcha.
It's awesome.
So there's multiple programs.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Of course. So Charlie alluded to many of them. So we have 9 different programs. He mentioned our supplemental clothing program, and we just did that. We just did the distribution, which is where we give every youth in the Prescott County Court or the Prescott Court system a gift card to go buy clothing that is brand new, that makes them feel comfortable and powerful and confident.
No, that's awesome.
And I believe we distributed to about 274 youth. So that's a really incredible number.
Yeah,
So
that is incredible.
yeah, we're really proud to have been able to do that. We have our Grants for Kids program, which is one of that's my personal favorite. It's one of our largest programs. And what that is anybody who's working with a youth can write into us and request a small grant to cover things that, generally speaking, you'd probably just go to your parents for. So that's family vacations, tickets to the baseball game, Little League registration, anything like that. Again, just to minimize the impact that being in the foster care system has on these kids.
Gotcha. It's so interesting, and I know a lot of our viewers don't really know the whole realm of what goes on, and frankly, I didn't realize just the significance of what goes on here, and how important it is on what you folks do to just, like you said, make that transition a little bit better. So a lot of people take what goes on behind the scenes, I think, for granted.
Definitely, and we're just, we're one organization that helps in this kind of incredible community. So we're really lucky to be in this community, both with our supporters, but also, I guess, team members in other organizations. So I think it's easy to kind of forget that there are kids going through this.
Oh, absolutely.
And then that makes it kind of easy, again, to just like look past it. But it is really important to remember that there are members of our community that are struggling.
No, for sure.
And doing our best to help them.
So is there a way that our community can help out? Like, is it through donations? Is it through volunteer? Or what can they do to help?
Definitely. So I think a lot of people are scared to get involved in the foster care system because they're not ready to be foster parents, which is totally fine.
Yes.
There are a lot of different ways. So you can volunteer with Yavapai CASA for Kids Foundation. We always have event volunteers. We do things like stuff the envelopes for the supplemental clothing program. You can be a court-appointed special advocate, and you can get with the CASA office. You can be a mentor through different programs here. You can do respite care for foster parents.
And explain a little bit of what respite care is.
Of course. So foster parents, they themselves go through a lot. All of a sudden, you become a parent overnight. And so sometimes they need a break. And whether that be just for an evening or a weekend or a full week, you can come in as a respite care provider. And just kind of be just over.
You just kind of like tag in, and you're now watching the children for that period of time.
Yeah, and then of course we are always so appreciative of any monetary donations that anybody can provide. We are a qualified foster care organization, so which means we are eligible for the Arizona tax credit. So any donations up to $500 for single or $1,000 for those filing jointly are eligible for an Arizona state tax credit.
And how do they get a hold of, if someone wants to do that, how do they reach out? Do they call, or what do they have to do? Email?
They can do anything. We will always, we'll always figure it out. No, they can give us a call. They can email us. They can go to our website. And all of that information is on our website as well as our Facebook page.
And the website is?
YavapaiCasaForKids.org.
And then is it the same for Facebook?
Yes.
No Instagram, no Twitter?
We do have an Instagram.
Let's hear it.
At YC4KF.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and you'll see all that on the screen on how they can get a hold of you. So if we were to give a message to the community, what would that one message be?
No amount of support is too little.
So just whatever they think they can do. Like no one's going to be like, hey, I'm too busy. No, just if you can give us an hour, a couple hours a week, whatever, you're more than willing to accept that. We love that. And I think what's really important to us is that our volunteers receive something too. It's a symbiotic relationship. So if one of our volunteers is really good at graphic design and needs some experience, we're more than happy to be that for them as well. So we are so lucky to be in this community. It's really incredible. And that is also what I was just going to get to. Like, Prescott Valley is just truly, you hear me talk about being the party of Prescott Valley, where basically we all just get together and we do what we can to make Prescott Valley amazing. And this is no different in regards to what's going on here. Yeah, exactly. I'm from a very small town. I'm not from here, but it's really incredible to have moved to another small town that, and I guess it's not so small, but it has that feeling, that everybody is so willing to help and everybody's so ready to serve and to give whatever they can. So it's really amazing, and I'm really happy to be here. Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, you mentioned that we have almost 50,000 people, maybe even a little bit more, but we still have that small town feel where you go to the grocery store, you still see people that and you still smile and you still want to help out, and it's so important. And then for you to be here, what is that like to be in your position?
Yeah, it's amazing and how powerful. So I have shared before, maybe not with you, but when I was a youth, I had some incidents with DCS, with a biological parent, things like that. So to be able to use that kind of trauma-based response and that knowledge is really incredible as we develop new programs, as we develop opportunities. And it's just really incredible to be able to serve in this position, because you can use your trauma one of two ways. I think I used it positively.
No, I would agree with you. And again, what you do and all the other workers and Charlie, it's taken for granted by some. And I think what you do is amazing. So
we are very, very grateful for our community. And I'm so grateful for our team. You know, Charlie is an incredible leader. We have Laura. She is our Family Visitation Center manager. And she is just a powerhouse. We have our part-time facility aides. They're amazing. We have an administrative assistant. And our board members too. Everybody comes from a different background.
Which is so important.
Yeah, but they all are working towards that common goal. So we're very, very lucky.
No, so again, thank you for allowing us to come in here. Hopefully you at home were able to learn a little bit more about what was happening here. And if they want to reach out to you, they just give you a call. Let's get that number one more time.
Yeah, 928-445-0800.
All right. Hey, folks, again, we'll see you next time for Council Chat. Thanks for joining us on this one. So be safe out there.